Hey Geminis, I recorded this video for you and realized that my camera did not record it about a third of the way through. I don't know what happened, but I had got all your cards and got all of the clarifiers, and the message is just so nice that I wanted to just go ahead and give this to whoever needs to hear it. So this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Geminis, please. This is about you and your partner and a situation going on right now. Somebody that you're in a relationship with. And so this would be like a love reading, trying to evaluate what's going on in a situation. So let me explain to you what I found. I found that your current situation or energy is some sort of conflict or argument, disagreement, different focus, right? In the past, there's something that was unknown or some sort of fear here. From what I know now, I believe that this was just some desires that you both have, or focus on how you want this relationship to move forward that you guys didn't really know about each other. And now it's creating a conflict. Here is you in this situation. This is the Hierophant. This is you wanting a higher level commitment, something with structure and stability, possibly marriage. This is about traditions and beliefs. Your expectations or desires of your partner in this relationship is the Fool. You want them you desire to have a new path, move things forward, take a leap of faith, take a risk, have a new beginning. You're willing to do that for this situation. You're willing to go all in. You're wanting this. What your partner, let's go back and forth here, because this is your partner, their energy. You're wanting this. You're willing to go all in. They, however, have a specific way about them that they're comfortable with. And they are looking out at options for what maybe they desire to do, what they want to do moving forward. They have some sort of desire to explore their passions, their excitements, their desires. What they're expecting is to be able to just do that with the Knight of Wands here. They're expecting to have that freedom, to be spontaneous, to do whatever they kind of want. They're very out for a good time right now, out for doing the things that they desire to do and feel like doing. In this relationship, the energy that you contribute to this is that you have a lot of hope that you can heal this and move it forward and be able to restore it, bring the balance and the peace, and fix it. What they contribute is the Three of Swords. They are creating heartbreak, heartache, and pain in this relationship because of the way that they want to be. They could also be worried about getting their heart broken, but the way I know that it's going to turn out, because I already know what's underneath it, is they are afraid that if they make these commitments to you, that what's going to happen is they're going to end up with their heart broken. Not by you, but by the fact that they're not able to go and do the things that they want to do right now at this point in their life. Okay, I'm sorry. On your side, we have the lack. What you're lacking. You're lacking this commitment, this stability, marriage, joyous, happy union, happy home, happy life kind of feeling. What they're lacking in contributing, it's like you're willing to contribute that. You're willing to build and grow something stable. You want this happy home, happy life. What they're lacking in this is the Strength card. This is the feeling of like being held, like restrained, and maybe controlled, held back in that sort of way, having willpower, right? So they don't like that. They're lacking the ability to kind of blend those things together, compromise, and just kind of like get control over themselves, over the situation. Your fears in this is that there's a lot of options, too many things on your mind. Your mind is going every which direction about how you can fix this, how you can make it better, how you can heal this, how you can get the outcome that you want. How can you make them happy? How can you make yourself happy? You're very ripe for choice right now. Their fears in this is that they're being like came at. I'm not saying attacked physically, but just like the things that you're doing feel like challenges coming at them, like they're being judged, attacked, criticized maybe, or just disagreed with, and that they're constantly having to defend or block or protect to do what they're desiring to do. They're still learning a lot of lessons here, but they are afraid that being in this connection is restraining them in some way from going out and having the fun that they want to have. I don't think that you knew that they felt this way in the past. Or if you did, you were afraid of it. But I think that you thought you could take a chance with them, heal this, then you could ultimately get them to make a decision and commit. A couple other cards that I had pulled was for their thoughts. And we have the Magician. Their thoughts. Their thoughts about you is that they feel like they may be being manipulated into a commitment or a situation here, or controlled in some way. They want to figure themselves out and do what they want to do with their life, and how they want to live it might be very different from you. Their feelings is the Ten of Pentacles. They're feeling like you want to have a long-term, successful, stable, traditional kind of relationship with kids and the family, the whole 9 yards. Maybe they feel like you want money and that you're more money focused. Either way, that's kind of what's going on in their feels. Take it how it resonates for you. What's hidden with them is that they are struggling with this. They're trying to either balance out like their desires and their like wild oats, wild ways, their passions that they have going on in their own life that doesn't have to do with you, and trying to settle down with you. Maybe they're juggling on how they can settle things down. How can they be a little bit more of what you want, what they want? But they are juggling this. They are going back and forth. Now, on your side here, it's a little different questions. We have the actions that you are taking in this situation. We have the Devil. This is a card of being controlling, being manipulative, and toxic energy. So the actions are you going to do that? You can't restrict somebody else, and you can't let what somebody else does restrict you either. And you can't let somebody, they could be manipulating you. They could be leading you on and breadcrumbing you. I don't see that here. But if you guys are very different, okay, opposite personalities, you want structure and focusing on work and money and life, and, you know, you have a good time or whatever, but they're like wild and they don't really want to settle down, and they just kind of are finding themselves right now. It can feel like that. So you got to be careful not to come across controlling, and you also got to be careful not to be controlled out of what you want, or stay in something that isn't going to work out just because you think you want it so bad. The next one is your focus. We have the Ten of Wands. This is all about those burdens and responsibilities and lessons and struggles and passions and things that you've built up and worked up here. You need to focus on having some closure, letting go of some of the burdens in your life. And it could be just letting go of burdens that you carry with this person. Situations that you guys are arguing about. Finding a way to close that out, whether it's for you yourself or you two together. But definitely for yourself. That's your focus. And what you should avoid, we have the Eight of Wands. This is communication that comes in really fast, so be careful not to say something out of anger or the heat of the moment or passion too quickly. Think about what you're saying or texting somebody, messages you're sending, Be careful how you receive messages that you're receiving that are sent in the heat of a moment. Don't make any rash decisions without knowing all of the information. Moon, you've maybe done this in the past, or they maybe have done this in the past. So that's what you need to avoid. Your outcome, your final message is justice. It's that you're going to have some sort of balance here. This is the overall advice. There has to be fairness. And fairness sometimes can be having to do what's right for you and having to let somebody else do what's right for them, even if it fucking hurts, even if it feels like it's not right, what's morally right. And that ultimately justice will be served on either direction. Now, real quickly, I did clarify each one, so we're going to clarify. In the past, there was this idea of somebody wanting to progress, looking and planning and preparing to move forward in a direction for life, waiting for the right opportunity to react or respond, or go after things that they were passionate about, or having like a wild side, and they're always like on the move, on the go, planning and preparing to do this or that or the other. And that maybe wasn't known. And maybe the direction that you were planning to go in with commitment and stability and stuff was unknown to them. So there was some planning in progress, probably on both sides here, that happened in the recent past, that maybe you both didn't quite see at first. Or maybe the things that you're both really structured and built around, or you're at your core personality traits, are kind of differing here. And so your focuses, your plans, your things like that you're planning to do in your life are things that the other one is afraid to do. Now, sometimes that can be looked at as a twin flame. You're meant to teach each other something. So it doesn't have to be a negative thing. However, right now you're having a situation of there's conflict, there's tension here, disagreements. And the disagreements are about what's right, what's balanced, what's fair, and what each other ultimately wants, which is also your advice here with the actions, which is clarified by judgment. You need to make decisions that are going to lead to balanced outcomes, and decisions will be made. And when these cards show up as a major arcana and not something that you guys choose to do, this is life plan purpose things. So it's all about having to make decisions that are right, fair, and balanced, and that is the overall advice. And the incoming energy, so the near future, we have the Chariot clarified by the 10 of Wands. This is those burdens that you're needing to focus on releasing, is also the movement forward. So there will be forward momentum in that cycle closure to release some of those burdens and tensions, whether that's together or apart or however it is. Your spiritual path will move forward. Your lessons and the struggle cycle will be accomplished, whether you have to leave them behind or not. Maybe your lesson is to leave them behind. I don't know. We're going to look at your energy now with the Hierophant, wanting this commitment. We have the Six of Cups here. That's deep emotional love. That is like giving and caring for somebody. Maybe this is somebody from your past, or you just have ideas about what you want that stem deeply from the way you grew up, or you have these beliefs that you've always had about being committed to somebody, having that higher level of commitment, wanting marriage, wanting that stability. You have this mindset that was given to you out of love, maybe from your parents or grandparents or close relatives, family, friends, as you were growing up. These are deeply rooted beliefs and structure that you want for your life, commitments that you're willing to make. And that's the energy that you're in. That's what you want. What they want here with the Two of Wands, with that, looking to see what their options are about moving forward, moving on. How do they move towards what makes them happy? Now, Eight of Cups is also known as, like, this person might think the grass is greener on the other side. Like, oh, you're great. You're 8 of Cups, like, out of 10, right? You're an 8 out of 10. I like you. I got a lot of feelings towards you, but, like, really, I'm still, like, examining what I want. I'm exploring my passions, my creativity. I'm out being an F-boy, F-girl. I don't know. But they might be, like, looking for other paths that might involve moving forward away from you, while as you're looking at yourself as somebody who wants to be in a committed relationship. with what you are, what you expect here with the Fool is you expect a leap of faith, taking a risk, like you kind of like, you know, having that spontaneity enough where, because they are very spontaneous energy. In fact, I think it could definitely be Sagittarius or any fire sign. But like you're willing to take that leap of faith, and you're also willing to try to move in a direction that is exploratory with the Page of Wands. Now they're showing up with a lot of wands here. What they contribute is this spontaneity. What they want is the freedom to do what they want. A lot of wand energy. And I think that it's like you're willing to try to be more on their level. You're willing to compromise in that way, but you want them to take a leap of faith and want the same things you want. They want to do what they want to do, clarified by the Temperance. They feel like they've been patient and they don't want to be patient anymore. Patience isn't what they want. They don't want to sit around and try to make things, they don't want to compromise their fun and good time here. Their passions, their creative pursuits, their dick in their pants, whatever, or the JJ in their pants, you know what I'm saying. They don't want to be patient. They want to be able to make decisions and do what they want to do and just kind of have that freedom. And then for what you're contributing to this is Two of Swords and the Star. So the Star is that card of that healing energy, that hopefulness, that we can fix it. You know, I have faith and hope that I can fix this. I can make this better. I can bring these dreams to fruition for me. But it's because you're refusing to look at the situation from a logical point of view, not wanting to see the reality, because then there's a choice that has to be made, and that you're not wanting to see that maybe you can't fix it. But it's also like a message that Spirit wants you to know is that doesn't mean that your life isn't going to get what you desire here, right? You contribute that hope. That's something that you contribute to situations. You bring that hope. This is your card. So it's this, you need to see this is a problem because there's not balance here and it makes you guys fight. And that's because you don't want to see that maybe this problem can't be fixed or there is no hope for it anymore. That you keep not on the same level that you're seeing it, not at the way it sits right now. It takes two people to do this. The way that they see it there with the Temperance. Okay, so this is what they are contributing. The Three of Swords, clarified by the Death card. So what they're bringing to the table is like, yeah, there's a lot of pain and hurt because I'm going through my own changes and like I need to end things that hurt my feelings in order to transition into what you want. I don't know if I'm willing to do that. They would literally have to be willing to let go of who they feel that they are at this time and rebirth. They need to have this awakening, and there's heartbreak. So the only thing they're actually bringing to this situation is heartbreak for you. But that heartbreak brings in a transition into your life, because after this ends, if it does, if they can't make the changes that are necessary, because it looks like you're willing to make some changes, but you're not wanting to bend your morals, nor should you. Nor should you. But we'll get into the reasons why in a minute. That if this ends, it's going to just bring hurt. That's what they're adding to this, what they're contributing to this. They are like talking or thinking about doing things that lead to this ending. They don't really want to reboot something different because they just are looking at their own hurt, or they feel like they're going to be hurt if they do it, if they break up or go their separate way, or things don't go their way, that they're going to be missing out on something. You're lacking that stability and that commitment, clarified by the Hermit, which has you feeling very alone, like you're having to like separate yourself, or that they're withdrawing from you. And if they are withdrawing, it's because they need to go in and do some interior work. But while they're withdrawing, I think it's time, like, you need to really get more focused on really deciding what your heart is willing to compromise on, what your goals in life really are, what means the most to you, looking at it from a macro view, a 10,000 foot view, on what stability and happiness and home really means to you. There might be some things that you can compromise on. Their lacks are the strength clarified by the Hierophant. They feel like commitment is a method of holding them down or restraining them from doing what they want to do, from having fun, from being wild, from being, maybe there could be a power struggle. They feel like there's a power struggle if there's some sort of commitment here. There could be differences in traditions and beliefs here that they don't want to change. They aren't courageous enough to be somebody who opens up to that kind of change. With your avoidance, we have the Seven of Cups. You're avoiding having to make up your mind about something. There's an illusion here. So you've got too many ideas of happiness as this solution is going to make you happy, that some of these are illusions. Some of these, the paths that you can choose to take here, or this path being with them, is really full of a bunch of illusions, because a new beginning. So this might be saying you're afraid that a new beginning would bring out some sort of happiness, but it's not. You feel like if you could just start over with them, maybe make some different choices or go different ways, or get them to start opening up to you, that it would work out. But really, it might be saying like one of your choices might be better off for you to just have a new beginning alone, or away from them, separate with somebody else. Their fears is of that being restrained there, restricted, or blocked from their own experiences, and with what they're juggling with, which is what they're hiding, is the fact that they're juggling. So they're afraid that while they're the reason that they're juggling all this, they're afraid that like they're going to be restricted from doing what they want. And so that's something that they're trying to juggle with right now, which is what is hidden. Now we're going to take a look at sorry, I'm so out of breath. Their thoughts here. We have the Magician. They think that something's being controlled or manipulated, or that they want to be in control of how they create their future. And that's clarified by the Six of Wands. They could be very attracted to you, or they could be getting a lot of attention elsewhere, or they could have some sort of notoriety, fame, or attention that they're getting, and they're trying to manifest from a place of that, or that type of desire to have people want them or getting this attention is what motivates them to try to manipulate the situation. They want to have their cake and eat it too. How can they manipulate this? That's what they're thinking. How can I control the situation to have the outcome that I want and still get all this attention? However, their feeling shows the Ten of Pentacles with the Lovers. It shows that they feel like you want something stable and long-lasting or abundant, or they feel that maybe you want money or focused on money, but ultimately it's long-lasting commitment. And it's clarified by the Lovers, which is a choice. It's a choice. It's a destined choice. It could be two souls that were meant to meet. This is in their feelings. Maybe they feel like you think you guys are soulmates and meant to be together long term, but see, they don't think so, because what's hidden is they don't know how they feel. Clarified by the Queen of Cups. They don't know where their emotions are. They have love for you, but it might not, they don't know if it's the same level as the love that you feel, or if they can commit to you or make that choice for that longevity that you're looking for. Your actions with the Devil here is clarified by the Empress. So I think like you're acting in a way where you're trying to create and nurture something and give life to it in a way that comes from a place of wanting to grow abundance and have it turn out well, whereas they feel like it's manipulative or controlling or toxic. Maybe the actions that you're doing that fall along the line of this are actually what's smothering and toxic to this person. So it might be something that you need to think about. What you need to focus on is the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Five of Wands. So there's going to be conflict, competition, and struggle here to actually close this out, to close out a cycle that needs to be closed out to kind of get through this. And we had this, where was this also? Up here with the future, the incoming energy with the Chariot. These burdens will be figured out here. You will move forward from this. You need to make that your focus to get through these conflicts and close this out. The things that you're fighting about, the things that are competing with both of your happinesses, those things need to be duked out between you guys. And something needs to end. And if there's any competition between another person and you on their end, like they've got somebody on the side, some kind of thing, or they have interest with somebody else, that's got to go in order for anything to move forward. The last thing to avoid, like I said, messages or communication or very fast moving momentum coming from a place of creation, desires, passion, things that you want to come true, right? Clarified by the 5 of Cups. You need to avoid making these kind of text messages or comments, communicating in this manner without thinking quickly. Don't close things out too quickly. Don't try to pre-plan how this person's going to react or feel, because if you do that, you're going to have loss and regret. And it's also saying that when these things do change and these communications come out and these things are discussed and gone through, there will be some sort of pain here, but it looks like it will subside fairly quickly here, because it will end up being a relief in the end, and it will move you along your spiritual path if things don't work out. Now, if you guys are able to work things out, it's like, good, then this is momentum forward, and you can look back at the past and you can start developing with 2 new cups, which 2 in cups is lovers moving forward. They do have love here in their feelings, so it's not that they don't. I think that they're just not on the same level of commitment that you are at this time in their path. And it really felt like this is very important for you guys to hear. So I'm sorry that I didn't do all the shuffling. Maybe you didn't mind it this way, but I had a chance to look at all the cards and really put it together without having to worry about the camera and stuff. So if you prefer it this way, let me know. I don't mind getting a message for you. And let's go ahead and get you a situation love oracle card. Okay. What does Gemini need to know about their person? Not enough. Lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, frustrations. You could be self-sabotaging here. You could be having some confidence issues in this connection. Maybe not feeling like you're ever enough. Constantly trying to do so much that it's smothering them. They feel it's smothering. Maybe they're just fucking nuts. I don't know. They could have an ego. But this could be self-sabotaging, or they really feel like you're not enough. The situation is not enough. One person is not enough. How many more? It flipped over and then it flipped back over. We have poker face, taking a chance, risks and options, not showing their hand, and gambling. So right here with the in your area of what you're expecting with the Fool is that taking a chance, risks, options. You're willing to do that. We have this person not showing their hand of what they're trying to do. We have the Moon here. I think that you've made it clear what you want, but they haven't made it clear what they want. Any more for Gemini, please, and their person? Anything else? Whoa, flew to the floor. Well, this one's a nice one. Paradise. Happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, and honeymoon phase. Yeah, when it was good for you guys, it could just be a message that it was just the honeymoon phase. And it's not as great as it started out to be. Or it could be a sign that that could be something that could come with working through stuff. Anything else? Okay, that was pretty much it. Then we have Phoenix. New phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, and rise from ashes. So take that as it may. This could just be a new phase. You could rekindle this. You could rekindle this for somebody in your past. They could change their mind, but you got to remember, you can't do that for them. All you can do is express what you want, why you want it, try to see things from their way. If their way cannot be compromised and it goes against your values, then you need to just let it go. Change your mind and rise from those ashes. All right, Gemini, that's what I got for you guys. I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you then. Bye.